Okay, let's come to the front of your mat for a Pilates class with the topic hip mobility, ankle mobility. What is squatting? What is foot mobility? Go into a squat where you have a long spine. So bend your hips and knees, yes, and feel if your low back has an inner curve still. Lieve has an inner curve. Franz is a little round. Yeah, very good, very good, very good. Feel that. Feel your feet and look at your feet if they are parallel. Press your feet into the mat and come up again. Very good. Now take your book and bring your heels, both heels on top of the book, and the 4 feet are down on the mat. Now come into your squat and compare the two. See, aha, you're deeper now and you still have your inner curve of your low back. Very good. And come up. Now stand behind the book and bring one forefoot on the book. The heel is down and the other foot is a hip distance away to the side, but to the back, the toes are on the same line as the heel of the book foot. Yes. Now back your hips up. Bring both hips back. Stretch your knees, bring your upper body on top of your pelvis, bring your head back and see if your both hip points and pubic bone face forward. Stretch your knees, both knees. Yes. And then go to the other side. Foot on the book and one foot in a step back. Both feet are parallel so that the second toe looks forward. You back your hips up and you see that your knees also face forward. If they don't face forward, you have to turn your thigh bones a little bit. You back your hips up, you bring your torso over the pelvis, shoulder girdle over the rib cage, and the head floats up. Very good. Stretch your knees, Franz, stretch your knees. Yeah, the knee on the book, stretch it. Yes. Very good. And after this class, we'll try this again. Bring the book to the side, but have it handy near you. Come to the front of the mat and cross your legs and cross your arms. Lift your front heel up, bend your knees and your hips and act as, only the heel, Franz, only the heel, only the heel, yeah. Go down to the mat as if you want to sit down and then come up again. Change the cross of your legs, change the cross of your arms, and lift the front heel, yes, only the front heel. And realize when the back heel has to come up. Yeah, and then you sit down completely. Very good. Come into the middle of your mat and have your feet flat on the mat. Stretch your arms forward, shoulder height, and roll your pelvis back, and come up again behind your sit bones. Roll your pelvis back. It's like a half roll down. Yes, do this 3 to 4 times and see how your flat feet influence your rolling and your activating of your low abdominals. Press your big toe down. Small toe knuckles. Heels. Hug the heels into the mat and to your sit bones, and then roll down completely. Very good. For the 100, bring your knees into the chest. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders, stretch your arms and your legs and start pumping. Inhale for 5 counts and exhale for 5 counts, or inhale for 4 and exhale for 6. Imagine the floor under your flat feet. Push the floor away and lengthen your spine against the reaching of the legs. Find your low abs and pump bigger, bigger, above your hips. Exactly. Expand your torso with your breath. Find with every out breath your low abs. Try to keep the low abs with the in breath also. So you find room in the back of your torso, in the sides, in the front of your ribs. Very good. If you have the 100, you bend your knees and rock up to sit. Place your feet hip distance apart. Yes, stretch your arms at shoulder height and do 3 to 4 half roll downs. You keep a C curve in your spine by acting on your pelvis and on your neck. So a very dramatic pelvis movement, a light flexion in your neck. That's good. Good, Franz. Yes, Lieve. This is a nice lifted spine. Everywhere the pelvis goes, the spine goes. Yes, last one. Dive over your knees forward and lift your arms, yes, at shoulder heights. Stretch one leg up on the mat. Out, stretch it out. And the other. Flex the feet and pull the knees together. See if you can sit on the middle of your sit bones. If you can't, bend your knees. So you can go forward. Yes, keep these legs and roll your pelvis back till it is neutral to the mat. And then roll your spine down. Then roll your spine up. And then move your pelvis on your thigh bones. Press your feet down and together. Flex the feet, more flex. Yes. And roll down. Roll the pelvis as long as it can roll, then keep it neutral when the spine rolls down. Yes, come into a flow. Inhale, come up. Exhale, dive forward. Inhale, roll back. Exhale, lie down. 3 more. See both that you flex your feet more. It's not only the toes that you pull back, it's the whole forefoot. Press the heels down and keep them together, together, together. Hold the midline. We need the inner thighs. We need the access to the low abdominals. And that's easier with the inner thighs active. Press the heels down and together. Last one, Franz. Last one, concentrate on your heels together, 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 and down, together, and down, together, and down. Very, very good. Now, you have to come up once more because you have to grab your book. Yes. Take the book in your hands and roll down. Now, when you bend, but don't do it yet. When you bend your knee, observe all the compensations your body is going to do. You have to bend your knee and bring the book on the flat sole of the foot. See what it does. With Franz, it lifts the head. With Lieve, it lifts the shoulders. Okay. Now keep the book there. Keep it flat on the sole of the foot and do something on your standing leg. Now, cross this leg with the book over the middle of the body, come to center and go a little to the outside. And do this several times to see what movement in the foot has to counteract the book. This is called inversion and eversion of the foot. And this is what the foot has to be able to do when you walk on not flat surfaces. Very good. Now, bend your knee and be careful that the book doesn't fall, and see how far can you bend it so that you can grab the book with both hands, both hands. Keep the head down, Franz, keep the head down. Yes, let's do the other side. See if you can pull the knee in without falling somewhere. Yeah, everything okay. Yeah, this is why we do it. When you have the leg up, see that your knee is right over the hip. So you don't really need a very stretched knee. Do something on your standing leg, flex the foot on the ground, pull your low abs in of the standing leg, and then carefully cross the leg over, center, and outside, center. See what is happening in your pelvis. Can you keep your pelvis counteracting to the leg movement? Can you make your foot counteract your leg movement? Very good. Eversion and inversion. Very good. Now, observe your body when you bend your knee and grab the book with both hands. Good, Franz. Bend the knee, bend the knee. This has to do with the squat. Very good. Bring the book to the side and let's do one leg circle with your long leg. Bring it in, stretch it up and circle 5 times. Across, around, stop. Across, around, stop. Yes, let's do 3 more and see what the standing leg has to do. The standing abdominals. Yeah, the abdominals of the standing leg. 5 in each direction. Reach your spine long, find your low abs and also a little bit upper abs so that your rib cage is relaxed on the floor. Good. Bend your knee and stretch the leg to the other leg. To the other side. Bend the knee, stretch your leg up and circle the whole leg. So the foot on top is relaxed. The foot on the floor is active. Both of you be careful. The foot on the floor should not turn out. Yes, it's a parallel foot. Very good. And see how far you can only go to the outside. It should only be like your shoulder width. Yes, good. Now bend this knee in and bend the other in. Lift your head, neck, and shoulders and grab the soles of your feet with both hands. Start rolling on your middle back. And press the feet into your hands. Roll the shoulders back. Make this bigger, bigger, and even bigger so that you can come up for rolling like a ball and keep the hands if you want, or have them on your ankles. You can choose. Yeah. And roll back and come up. See how important the feet are for the whole movement. And you are now in a deep squat. Yes, it's a round spine. You have your heels to your bottom, but you lift your spine. Very, very good. Excellent. Good. Bring your feet down, stretch your arms up and roll down into the preparation for the series of 5. First is single leg stretch. Pull your knees in, lift your head, neck, and shoulders. Grab one leg and stretch the other leg 45 degrees and change and change. See what you have to do with the standing leg, which is the long one. How far can you pull in the short leg? How long can you make your spine? Feel your low abs? Yes. Then bend your knees in, rock up to sit. And see if you can stand up without hands. You can do everything apart from hurting yourself. Take the book, bring it in the middle of your mat and stand on the book with the left foot lengthwise. Yes, lengthwise, so that the whole foot is on the book. Yeah. The other foot hangs at the same height. Yeah. And this is now the standing leg of your single leg stretch. Stretch the knee that you're standing on. Exactly. Now, pull your hanging knee in, up, in and up. Hold it. Hold it. Yeah, but with muscles. Hold it with muscles. Hold it with muscles without arms. See that it is the hip flexors. Yeah. And what do you have to do on the standing leg, Franz? Stretch the knee. Lock the knee, exactly. Then bring the foot down. We do the same thing 5 times. Same leg. Yeah. Do something on the abs of your standing leg. How far can you bring the knee in without rounding your back? Exactly. And change legs. Very good. This has to do with our squat. Make a parallel foot, line it up with the outside of the book, outside of the foot, outside of the book. And then pull in your knee and see how far can you bring it up without rounding your low back. And do 5 of these. Concentrate also on your standing leg. Where does your rib cage have to go? See that you are on the heel with your weight. Lean back a little bit. Very good. Now, put the book aside. Stand in the middle of the mat and make a really big step backwards with one leg. Yeah, come onto the back knee. Bring the other knee to it. Sit on one side of your legs. Don't use the arms, and bring your legs in front of you. Now walk with your sit bones into the middle of your mat. Yes, very good. Little more forward, Franz, because you have to lie down again for the single leg stretch. Stretch your arms and roll your pelvis and spine down. Reach your spine long while you do that. Now, let's do the single leg stretch again. And remember how you were standing on your book. Pull in your knees, lift your head and neck and shoulders, and have one leg in your hands, knees and ankle. Yes, stretch the other leg and change. See what you have to do with the long leg. It was the standing leg on your book. Yeah, reach your spine long, roll your shoulders on your back. Pull in both knees and let's do double leg stretch. Reach arms and legs away from you. Circle the arms and pull in. Remember your squat from before. Out and in. Push the floor away as if you were standing up. Pull the floor in as if you were squatting down. See what you have to do with your pelvis. Counteract the movement of your leg with your pelvis. That is excellent. And lie down. Bring your feet down, lift your hips and bring the book underneath your sacrum. The sacrum is the triangle-shaped bone underneath your low back. Yes, feel the book on this bony part of your pelvis. Then pull in one knee, pull in the other knee. Let's keep the head down today, only here for the scissors. Stretch your legs up, hold the back of one thigh with both hands and stretch the leg into your hands and see how can you reach the sit bone of the leg that you're holding forward and change. See what this stretch does to the rest of your body. Franz, be careful of your chin. Have it a little lower. Yeah, exactly. Stretch the leg. And lengthen the knee. Yes. Do it again 2 times and see what the standing leg in front has to do. Connect it via your abdominal connection. Yes, very good. Now, leave your legs up and close the heels tightly. Have your arms next to you on the floor, on the mat. For the lower lift, lower the legs, but be careful where your pelvis wants to go. And lift the legs. So when the legs go forward, the pelvis wants to rock forward. Counteract that with your low abs. When the legs come up, the whole pelvis wants to round. Do something against it. Feel your upper abdominals also. Let them sink. Good. Now bend your knees, lift your hips and get the book out of you. And we do the scissors again. This time we lift our head, neck and shoulders. Stretch the legs up and feel the book under you. Pull your leg. Pull, pull, change. Pull, pull. Yes. Keep your spine reaching. So leave lie a little more down with your shoulder. Yes, exactly. Franz, grab your calf. Yeah. Good. Roll your shoulders on your back. Reach the spine and reach the leg into your hands. Very good. Keep the legs up, close them. Hands behind your head for lower lift. Lower the legs and lift the legs. Keep your upper body up. And be careful of your pelvis. See where the weight wants to travel and counteract that. Very good. Reach your sit bones forward when the legs come to you. This is important for your squat. Very good. Bend your knees, stay up with your upper body. Turn to the left and stretch your right leg. That's the crisscross. Change the side and the legs. Pull your heel to your bottom. Yes. Pull your heel to your bottom. Yes. And reach your spine to lift your upper body. Yes. Do one more each side. Excellent work, both of you. And lie down. Super. Rock up to sit and place the book under your sit bones. Everybody needs the book under the sit bones, no matter how flexible they would be without the book. Spine stretch. Open the legs, flex the feet, and have your hands, your arms shoulder height. Watch your feet. You need really flexed feet with forefoot facing the shins. Dive forward, head, neck, upper body, low back also. You use the low back. Use it, Franz. More, forward, more. Yes. And then roll up, up, up. Dive forward and articulate the spine through all its parts. How far can you go forward? Very good. And roll up. Do 3 more, and Franz, flex the feet more than you think. Yes. Press the heels down and keep them pulling together also, so that you have the midline giving you more access to your low abs. Use the low abs to lift you out of your low back, to lift you out of your middle back, even out of your neck. Do the last one and see if your face can come over the shins. Yes, excellent. And come up. As we are sitting up already, let's do the saw here. Bring the arms to the side, twist to the right and grow tall, tall, tall. Bend over your leg, like in the spine stretch. Then roll up from the bottom of your spine. Twist from the top of your spine. Dive forward from the top of your spine. See that you don't sit too heavily on your left sit bone. Yeah. And roll up. So here you counteract also with your pelvis. Now twist to the right and push your right hip forward and make it light. Flex the feet, Franz, and roll up again. Twist to the left and push your left hip forward and make it lighter than the right one. So then you sit on both sit bones. Excellent. Flex the feet while you do that. And let's do 2 more in a more flowy movement, but still controlled. Good feet. Good pelvises. Yes. Excellent work. Let's put the book to the side and we are going to do the open leg rocker. Lift your hips forward, grab your ankles between your, yes, but front of the ankles, Franz, and then stretch the legs up only as far as you can control your pelvis and the length of your spine. Imagine your feet push against something, in this case, the ceiling. Push against the ceiling while you roll back. Push against the ceiling while you roll up. See how the pushing of the feet can help you lengthen the spine. Find your low abs. Very good. Inhale to go back, exhale to come forward. Find your shoulders on your back. Good, last one. Stay up, close the legs, stretch the arms parallel to your legs, and roll down pelvis and spine. Then bring the legs up, the arms down, and we are ready for the corkscrew. Circle the legs into you to the right, front, center. Into you to the left, front, right, center. Stay in this rhythm so that you can appreciate the importance of the feet. When you go to the left, press the left heel to the right. When you go to the right, press the right heel to the left. See that your pelvis always has the weight in the middle. In this kind of corkscrew, we try to keep a stable pelvis. Reach your spine long. Very good. Bend your knees in. Let's go to the Swan Preparation. Turn over and lie on your stomach. Have your hands more than shoulder width apart at the height of the shoulders, and have your head a little lifted so that only the tip of your nose is on the mat. See what you can do with your pelvis so that hip points and pubic bone are on one level. Roll your upper back into an inner curve. Press your hands into the mat and roll down, down, down. Roll up, 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 and down, down, down. Lieve, make your hands a little closer to you, a little, only a little. Yes. Roll your shoulders back and feel your pelvis. It wants to move. You try to counteract the movement. So you pull your lower abs in and you make the movement of pubic bone to the nose to keep your low back curve. Stay up and breathe into your body. Keep the hands where they are, roll the shoulders back and bend one knee and see if your heel can touch your bottom. Then bring it down. Other leg. Now try the same thing with a flexed foot. See if you can come closer or if you feel it better. And then change. Try a flexed foot and choose what is more effective for you. And kick, kick, and kick, kick. Single leg kick. Reach your spine long and find your low abs. Roll the shoulders on your back. Very good. Lie on your stomach and bring one cheek on the mat for the double leg kick. Hold your hands behind your back, but only a little. So don't really grasp them, lie them. Yes, yes, yes. Put them into each other. Very good. Let your elbows hang. Then turn the head to the other side. Try to bring the hands up higher between your shoulder blades and let the elbows hang. Let them hang. Now close your heels, bend your knees and see what you have to do with your low abdominals. 3 times, pull your heels in. 1, 2, 3. Stretch arms and legs, lift your upper body, bend arms and legs and lie down and pull in. 2, 3, come up and roll your shoulders and pull in. 2, 3, come up and roll your shoulders. Let's do 2 more on each side and see if the pulling in can be more from your back of your thighs. So see that your pubic bone reaches into the mat while you bend your knees. Exactly. Well done. Finish it strongly with your upper body in an inner curve and then roll down. Very good. Lie onto your backs and pull in your knees to counteract the movement of the pelvis before. Yes. See how far you can pull in your knees and realize that this rounds your low back, which is completely okay. Then hold on to the back of your thighs, rock up for the neck pull. We'll start from sitting up. Stretch your legs out only as far as you can sit in the middle of your sit bones and keep your heels down. Yes, open the legs like you had. No, like you had is, I just wanted to say it for the other people. Yeah. Hip width apart. Bring your hands behind your head and press your head into the hands. Lift yourself tall. Now dive between your knees, but keep pushing your head into your hands. Start rolling up from the bottom of your spine. Hinge back in your hips with a long spine. Lean back. Hinge back, yes. Now, round your pelvis more around your spine, and as a round person, dive forward between your knees, but keep pushing your head into the hands. Roll up, flex the feet more, Franz. Hinge back with natural curves of the spine. Then round the pelvis more, round the spine more. If you want, you can go down, Lieve. If you don't want, you dive directly forward again. So you have two options. You can also use your arms forward, but you can keep them also behind your head. Yes. Flex the feet strongly. Good, Franz, good choice. Yes, Lieve, a nice reach of the spine and your head. That was excellent. Reach your head into the hands when you come up now. Reach it back, reach it back. Yes. And we'll go all together down. Hinge back, reach your spine into the hand or head into the hands and keep reaching the head while you roll down. Head back, head back. Excellent. Very good. Bring your arms next to you for the shoulder bridge. Have your feet flat on the mat in front of your sit bones as close as it's okay for your knees. Roll your pelvis and spine up, 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 and roll it down, down, down. See how your pelvis can come up by itself, or you use your low abdominals. If you use them in a right intensity, you will feel the glutes. You will feel your bottom. If you don't use the low abs, then you will feel the hamstrings, which is okay, but you could do more on your low abs. Then come up. See that your ribs stay in you and don't pop out. So turn your pelvis even more into a posterior tilt. Then pull in one knee and keep it there. Pull both heels to the sit bones, the standing heel and the heel on the top. Make a short side on your standing side. Bring the foot down. Bring the other knee in and pull both heels to the sit bones, also the one on top, exactly. And bring the foot down. When you roll your pelvis down, do a pubic bone to the nose movement and reach your spine in the opposite direction. And then roll up again. Good feet, yes. Pull in one knee. Stretch the leg up and pull it twice to your nose and push it away twice. See what you have to do with your standing leg. Pull your heel to your bottom. Find your low abs. Reach the spine. And bring the leg down. Pull the other knee in. Stretch it up. And pulse it to the nose and away from you. See what you have to do that your pelvis does not sink. Keep it up, even if the leg goes forward. Good work. Bring the foot down and roll your pelvis including the spine, down into the mat. Reach your head in opposition. Very good. Stretch out one leg and see how far it can go with the heel down and still feel your back of the leg working. Bring the other leg to it, close it for a roll up. Stretch your legs, arms up and articulate your spine and then your pelvis. Dive forward and sit up on top of the sit bones for the spine twist. Arms go to the side. Because heels are closed, feet are closed. And you imagine the book under your sit bones. Both sit bones reach into the book. It's not here, yes? Twist to the right and grow tall, tall. Come center. Twist to the left and counteract with your left pelvis. Yes, and center. And twist, twist, and center. While you do the twist, be careful of your arms. They have to reach to the side and should not, yes, good. Very good correction. Flex the feet and keep the heels connected. See if you can reach the spine long. Lift your torso away from the pelvis. Very, very good. Yes, stretch your arms to the front and roll your pelvis and spine down. We are going to try the jackknife. Bend your knees into your chest, reach the legs up and press the heels together. Now try to lift the pelvis to lift the legs. Yes, and then roll down. That was excellent. That was good, Lieve. Keep this work. Yeah, that's a very honest jackknife. Be careful, Franz, that you don't lift the legs too much into you. Push them away while you lift your hips. Yes, I know it's hard, but this is an honest jackknife. Yes, very good. Bend your knees and turn to one side for the side kicks. You can lie on a long arm, or you can prop your head up against the forearm, first third of the forearm. Both legs go forward. Your hand is in front of your rib cage. Lift your top leg up, reach it back in a line with your spine, and do something with your pelvis already. Push it back twice, 1, 2, and front once, twice to the back. Back once to the front. When you go back, you have to counteract pubic bone to the nose. When you go to the front, you have to stick your bottom out. Lengthen your spine and be careful of your torso. This has to reach. Your upper body has to reach away from the long leg. Then see what your standing leg, the one on the mat, has to do. Connect it into your low abs and make a short side where you are lying down. Keep your leg back and lower it to the floor. And lift it and keep your waist long. Lower and lift it. See if your pelvis is really parallel to the wall in front of you. So Franz, be careful of your upper hip. It's a little bit, yes, it's facing the ceiling and it should face straight forward. Very good. Yes, then turn over your stomach onto the other side. Head up or down. In any case, the head is in the same line with the spine. Legs go forward, hand is really close to your rib cage. The leg goes back and you counteract more, Lieve, with your low abdominals. Pull your pubic bone to the nose. Yes. Twice pulse back, back, once forward. Twice to the back and once forward. Be careful what's happening in the spine. The spine should be kept stable. So the pelvis has to counteract the movement of your leg. Leg back means pubic bone to the nose. Leg front means Sit bones out. Reach your head long. Be careful of your standing leg. Make a short side on the side where you're lying to keep your waist on the upper side long. Yes, keep the leg back and lower it and see you have a long waist on the upper side and keep it, yes, to lift. Very good. Have a parallel foot. So when you touch down, it's the big toe knuckle that will go down, or the outside of the big toe. Yes, that's correct. That's a parallel foot. Very, very good. Yes. Now come into the middle of the mat to sit for our teaser variations. Close your feet completely. Bring your arms in a high diagonal and roll behind your sit bones, a little bit behind your sit bones so that you feel your low abs. Yeah. Now, lift your feet knee height. Keep the feet where they are and roll your pelvis and spine down as far as you want and come up, as long as you can keep your feet and legs stable. Reach your spine long. Excellent. Very good. Bring your feet down. Bring your hands next to your hips. Press your hands down and lift your pelvis to the heels. Yeah. Then sit down and bring your hands next to the hips. Push the hands down and push yourself onto flat feet. This is a squat. Yeah. Yes, Lieve, that's a squat. You can make fists. You can make fists. You can make fists. Stand on your feet. Stand on your feet. Yeah. And then roll behind your sit bones and come into the teaser. Arms forward, legs forward. Yes, that was good. That was good work. And then roll down, 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 and up, up, up. Keep pushing your feet into an imaginary floor. Very good. Last one. Yes. Bend your knees, bring the feet down. Hands next to the hips. Push your hips forward. And see if you can squat. Yes, walk your hands forward. Yes, stand on the flat feet, stand on the flat feet. And then come into, oh, it's okay. Then come into your teaser. Arms forward, legs forward. Hold the teaser. Very good. Now stretch your arms up. Let's do the teaser 2. Lower and lift your legs. Yes, excellent. Yeah. Now bend your knees. Dive between your legs and let's do the seal. Hold here. Bring the knees closer, roll the shoulders back and open and close the legs. 1, 2, 3, roll back and come up. See how the rolling goes. Can you initiate it from your pelvis? See if your feet can be very relaxed. You shake out the feet with your hands. Do 3 more and then consider coming up without hands and crossed legs. So you have to release the hands from your feet and see if this is available for you. If not, you don't do it. You don't do it. Yes, okay, with one hand. Yes, one hand is allowed. Very good. Now come to the back of your mat and have the feet hip distance apart. Bring your pelvis back, bring your weight back. And when you roll down your spine, starting with your head, realize where you have to release the pelvis and bend the knees a little so that you can bring your hands flat on the mat. Flat hands. Yes. Now the hands walk 4 steps forward into a push-up position. Push your feet into the floor and reach your spine long. Then lift your hips up. Bring your heels down. Walk your hands back and see when the heels can come down. Flat feet. Then start rolling up from your pelvis. then your low back, then your middle back, then your upper back, then your head. Yes, then roll down again. See where the pelvis has to go. And then walk your hands 1, 2, 3 into a push-up position. See that your heels are over your toes. So Franz, rock a little bit forward, more forward. Yes. When you, if you want, you bend your elbows and stretch the elbows. Otherwise, you stay with long arms. Good head, good head. Yes, reach the head forward. Yeah. Then lift your hips and walk your hands back. 1, 2, 3. Come to flat feet and roll your pelvis up. Then your spine. And the last is the head. Roll down again. Now, when you walk your hands forward, keep pushing into your feet. Push with your feet to get the whole body forward. 3 push-ups. Keep the head long, head and neck long. Then lift your hips up. Now keep the hands where they are. Keep straight knees as long as you can and walk your straight locked knees and feet forward as long as they can walk. Yes, parallel feet. And then roll your spine up, up, up. Remember the first squat you did. Do it. Hips back, knees forward. Long spine, Franz. Long spine. Long, long. Yes. See how it feels now. Push your feet down and come up. Let's get us some help from the book. Bring your heels onto the book. And see how far down you can come with high heels. Nice. Good. Then push into the heels and come up. Stand behind the book and let's find our calf stretch if there is a change in our body. Bring one foot on top of the book with the heel down. Lengthen your knees, lengthen your spine, keep the weight on the back of the heels. See that your pelvis faces forward, that your rib cage is right over the pelvis, the front ribs flow down, stretch the knees, both, yes. Bring the head back over your torso. And Lieve, I think your foot on the mat can walk forward a little more. Franz, stay where you are and stretch your knee. Yes. Yeah, there's more length in the back now. The whole back line got a good stretch. Change the foot. See that the kneecaps face forward, that the hip points face forward, that the weight is on the back of the foot. Keep your feet parallel. So be careful that you don't turn out your foot. Both hip points forward. Stretch the knees. Front ribs float down. Top of the head floats up. Bring your chin a little in. Very good. Now bring the other foot that is now down also on the book. So both heels are down, both feet are on the, yes. Press into the book and let this lift your heels. When you go down, deepen your abs and lengthen your spine. That's like a calf stretch and a tendon stretch. And lift your heels and lower them and see where your torso wants to go. Lift your heels and stay vertical. When the heels go down, stay vertical. Last one. Lift your heels and stay up. Stretch your knees. Turn the head to the right, center, left, center. Stay up. Keep your torso over your hips. Turn the head to the left, center, right, center, and lower your heels. Come to the front again and bring your heels up and go into a deep squat and tell me how it was. How do you feel? Can you keep this squat? Can you imagine going downhill with your skis for a while? Good. Thumbs up if you can imagine that. Yes. Thank you very much.